Introducing the rich tapestry of Isaiah religion unveiled a captivating saga where spirituality intertwines with cultural heritage, illustrating a vibrant tableau of beliefs and practices. Many modern Yoruba have embraced Christianity, drawn to its similarities with their traditional religion, Isaiah, which continues to be practiced today. Beyond cataloging of gods and goddesses, a CSA tradition delves into gender dynamics, resonating with the UN SDG number 5 sustainability goal, gender equality. Our journey explores the profound significance of gender roles within Yoruba culture, examining how colonization shaped gender constructs over time. By bridging tradition and current times, we illuminate the enduring resilience of ancestral customs alongside the evolving discourse on equality, both within Yoruba society and locally in Tampa Bay.
The United Nations Sustainability Development Goal number 5, gender equality, aims to promote gender equality for men and women. This includes ensuring equal opportunities for women at all levels of decision-making, including economic, political, and public life. SDG number 5 aims to end all forms of discrimination against women, while also ending all harmful practices such as early forced marriages as well as female genital mutilation. Setbacks to SDG number 5 include the fact that 55% of countries lack laws that prohibit discrimination against women. 60% of countries lack laws defining rape based on the principle of consent, and 45% of countries did not mandate equal pay for work of equal value. Additionally, in the local Tampa Bay area, there is a serious pay inequality issue where women are making 41 cents for every dollar made by men.
The Isese religion, which is also known as Ifa, is a traditional religion practiced in modern-day Nigeria and all around the world. Although it is originated in Nigeria, this religion is practiced worldwide and has adapted to each country. The religion consists of a system of rituals and beliefs that are centered around orisas, our ancestors in the world around us. This religion, although somewhat documented, is usually learned orally by being passed down through generations, causing for it to be interpreted differently worldwide.
Prior to colonization, the people of the Isese religion were gender blind. They recognized the differences between men and women, but did not see one gender as being superior to the other. However, their roles did vary. Men did most of the farm work, and women were responsible for household duties and for the trading of goods. Post-colonization, Western world ideals were introduced to the Yoruba society. This led to gender equality issues to an extent. Men were now the determining factor of their wives' status in society. Even with the new ideas introduced, those who practice Isese still had faith in both male and female saints.
Inequality in religious and social concepts. The inequality is influenced by the traditional gender roles and each of their responsibilities. When considering initiations, in some practices there are specific roles. By the second generation, the balance shifted, as male prestige values were incompatible with full church memberships and women came more to the fore in congregational life. As an aspect of this, the church took on many of the concerns that the Orisa cults had offered women, a token of this being the honorific use of the term mother, cited by Pew. Although women are included in the religion, each gender holds their own roles. For example, to the right, the male figure is Ogun. The Orisa is represented by iron and war and is usually associated with males, stated by all of our seniors gardening in the tropics. Ogun is also known as a divine messenger who delivers messages and sacrifices between the natural and spiritual world. To the right, we could also see the female on the bottom that is dressed in yellow. This is Osun, the goddess of love, beauty, and fertility, which is usually initiated by women. In ceremonies, gender roles are also established. In some ceremonies, men will lead prayers while women prepare offerings to the saints and do certain dances. Then male Orisa is prominent due to the cultural and historical factors.
Cultural impacts. British colonization would ultimately cause the rift between men and women, as it would introduce the very concept of gender to practitioners of Isese, who previously had no such concept in their inherently gender-neutral religion. Prior to Western influence, Yoruba religion influenced the Yoruba land's people to be blind to gender as a concept, with age being the determining factor of social hierarchy. With this being said, the aspect of childbirth was, and still is, regarded as one of the most respected roles in Yoruba society amongst women, as author Oyeronke Oyewumi described the Yoruba's religious outlook on childbirth as the human submission to the will of the divine. Additionally, Yoruba names were gender-neutral in nature, while household chores were also divided evenly between men and women, highlighting the true absence of gender construction in Yoruba society pre-colonization. Spirituality and the essence of seniority and a strong faith in the divine bodies of Yoruba religion triumphed the concepts of gender construction. That was until the introduction of gender as a whole in the 20th century. The distinction between male and female would become much more apparent as a result of the British colonization of Yoruba land or West Africa in the early 20th century. By looking at the Yoruba prior to colonization, it can be understood that gender is truly a Western concept, as there was no form of gender construction in Yoruba society until British colonization occurred. One of the darkest sides of world history lies in the practice of colonization, which time and time again managed to destroy numerous civilizations along with their practices. In the case of the Yoruba, the introduction of gender would replace many traditions that embrace gender neutrality. Yoruba society would implement a more patriarchal society with the introduction of Western ideals which were forced upon the people of Yoruba land by the British. Gender roles would become formed post-colonization as discussed in the roles of women maintaining the house and men maintaining the farmland. Analysis of the Yoruba in the present day shows highly contrasting values to that of the Yoruba society pre-colonization. In 2014, the Nigerian government passed a set of anti-LGBTQ laws, yet traditional Yoruba society had no concept of gender as a whole. The transition of members of the Isese implementing gender roles into society was truly non-existent pre-colonization due to the emphasis on spirituality that ignored the concept of gender itself. Ultimately, it must be understood that the practices and traditions of Isese were inherently supportive of a gender-neutral society, instead placing value on spirituality and seniority to determine roles in society. The demonization of Isese by the colonial British led to the implementation of unfair and discriminatory practices amongst Yoruba society. However, this did not change the core beliefs of the religion itself. The Orishas of the Isese transcend the concept of gender to encourage an emphasis on worship and spirituality. In this sense, the traditional practitioners of Yoruba religion were able to form stronger spiritual connections without the inequity posed by the physical concept of gender as introduced by the West.
How can Isese be used to eliminate gender equality issues? In the Tampa area, there are issues regarding gender equality. A main gender equality concern in the Tampa area pertains to economics. In the Florida state court system, there is a large margin of pay difference between men and women, with women making a mere 41 cents per dollar made by men. Globally, the lack of educational opportunity is another form of adversity that many females face because of issues with gender equality. Providing equal access to education amongst all genders and encouraging schooling amongst all is the first step to solving the margin of pay gaps between men and women, both locally and globally. Women also face adversity in religious settings. In a Pew Research study, it was found that 87% of Mormons responded no when asked, should women who are dedicated members of the Latter-day Saints Church be ordained to the priesthood? It is vital to overcome stereotypes and predisposed bias in the religious setting to assure gender equality. To solve this, we can apply principles that were used by the people of the Isese religion in Yoruba pre-colonization. This includes gender blindness, a main solution to gender equality issues. In addition to these principles, we could also encourage and allow access education for all, and discourage stereotypes.
In conclusion, the exploration of gender within Isese religion unveils a rich tapestry of tradition, colonial legacies, and contemporary challenges. Delving into the roles, concepts, and cultural impacts clarifies the intricate significance of gender within Isese society, spanning historical persistences and contemporary adaptations. Despite the disruptions caused by colonization and the imposition of Western ideologies, there persists a resilience in preserving traditional gender roles while grappling with evolving notions of gender equality. The historical view of gender, characterized by flexibility and inclusivity contrast with the binary and tired systems introduced by colonial powers. This tension underscores the ongoing struggle within a CSA society to reconcile traditional values with modern aspirations for gender equality, directly resonating with the goals of UN SDG number 5. Moving forward, addressing gender concerns necessitates a multifaceted approach that acknowledges the complexities of a CSA culture while striving for inclusivity and empowerment for all genders. By fostering dialogue, implementing inclusive policies, and promoting education, a CSA society can navigate the complexities of gender with sensitivity and respect. Embracing gender-neutral values rooted in spirituality can guide modern perspectives, forging a path towards a more equitable and inclusive future where the diverse contributions of all genders are celebrated and valued.